So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, your co-host Vivek Mahbubani, and the OG of OG co-hosts, who is of course Andy Curtin. Oh!
Whenever I hear OG, I for years when I heard OG, I literally thought it was old guy. And it kind of is.
It kind of is. Yeah, you might be the original gangster, but chances are the original gangster is an old guy by this time.
So we're sitting in an alleyway in the streets of...
Nothing creepy.
The streets of Melbourne.
That's right. And on Saturday night, what could happen? I'm Batman.
Probably get touched. Hopefully.
Hopefully, if you play your cards right and you sit in the right position, someone walks over like, "Hey boys,
that microphone? You guys
Exactly.
using a Zoom recorder?
yeah, why do you have 3 microphones when you're only 2 guys?" They're like, "Oh, that's not a mic, sir."
How are you enjoying Melbourne? How many times have you been to Melbourne now?
I've been here since 2015. We came down for Comedy Zone Asia, the first inaugural one, and they got me down
Can
here.
you tell people about that show?
So
Because it's a big thing.
It's
for
a big thing now.
comics from
So
Asia.
2015 was the first year ever when they did Comedy Zone Asia. They went and reached out to Asian comedians around actually Asia and said, "Hey, you're pretty all right. You want to come down and do some shows?
You're pretty Asian.
You're pretty Asian. Your face suits are the criteria. You know, you have the Indian, you got this guy. You know."
Oh man, I don't know if I should say this, but I remember that the booker one time
Yeah.
saw someone.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, it was like a trial show.
Oh.
Or like
Yeah.
And he turned to one of our mutual friends, and he was like, "What do you think?" And he was like, "It'll do."
Yeah. It ticks the box.
He was like, but he was literally like, "I'm not going to get any better."
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Well, I mean, this is the choices
That's
we
what
have
I
so
came
far.
out here for, so
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going home empty-handed.
Oh man, that's the worst feeling, you know. Like sitting over there, like, well, I guess this is it, huh?
You know, it's not the worst feeling. The worst feeling is when you don't get in.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, I didn't deserve to get in, but I still got in."
Yeah, exactly. And you show up, they're like, well, 15 minutes of material, please. You're like, I have 7.
Yeah, I have
They're like,
7 that I
yeah.
can say twice.
Exactly. I could put on an accent, you know, uhs and ahs and everything. So 2015, when that first happened, that was the first time I got to experience a full-on festival-level show and not knowing
It is
anything.
a great thing.
It's a great thing. It was such an eye-opener. So, before 2015, here I am in Hong Kong doing shows. Hey, Viv, you're the headline spot. I'm like, look at this guy. I'm headlining shows. Look at me. I come down here. I'm all like, all right, guys, you're about to experience some Vivek Mahbubani, right? I come down here. First show we got to do, empty room, to a producer who's like, all right, do your set to me.
Really?
Yeah, they made us all do our full sets.
Why?
Because first time they've ever had an Asian flown in comedian, and they're like, well, let's make sure this stuff translates and works here. So we all actually did our sets full on to one person in the room.
You know what, though? Isn't that like... You and I have done a lot of things that haven't been done before. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And there's those... I mean, we're like, it's kind of as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
It is kind of like... Man, that's what breaking new ground looks like.
That's what I tell people. I'm like, you might see the glamour of like, oh, you're doing festivals. Look at you. It's like, buddy, come and join me.
You don't see the misery.
Exactly. Have you seen me standing in front of a room and doing my whole set, and the guy go like, so you have a bit about Muhammad. Tell me, is that necessary? I'm like, well, actually, it's more than just that, you know. So
yeah,
luckily-
like it's not the
it's
not the prophet.
Yeah, it's the word. But I hope you realize
It's
that.
the
you know?
guy who never makes profit.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the guy who thinks he's making a profit, you know, but it clearly doesn't, you know. Or the guy who made the profit, as in Muhammad did make the profit.
There you go.
So that basically, I remember doing that, and we were like, what? And then they told us, oh, and by the way, every single night you're doing the exact same show. And that was the first time in my life I had been told that you're going to be doing 4 weeks of shows, night after night, identical sets. You don't sway from that. I hadn't done cruise ships back then.
Yeah, that's like some open micers I know.
Yeah.
Except it's 4 years.
Yeah.
Not 4 months.
And the problem with those open mics
4
is that
weeks.
they did their set that didn't work, and they
Yeah.
kept it for 4 years. And they're just like, hey, why is this not working?
You know, I always think about that when they say the first sign of insanity is doing the same thing
And expecting different outcomes.
results.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
You're like, hey man, that set's never worked. Why are you still
Exactly.
doing it?
Yeah. And the problem is that what if that set that you didn't like gets approved by the festival? They're like, well,
You're
that's
in.
what's gonna, yeah, you're
That's
in.
it.
Dude, that's what cruise ships do. You do that set, that's your set. You better do that
Oh,
same
I never
set.
knew that.
So cruise ships, what I've done, I did the Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines ones, and you get 45 minutes, right?
In English or
In English. I've done
Wow.
Cantonese as well, but a lot of them in English as well. And that's your set. And they basically will have you on record that that's your set. Every time we book you, that's what you're doing.
And then they don't pay you if you deviate?
They don't listen, so you hope that nobody comes in and hears the set.
Wow.
Yeah, so you get that as well. And I believe like what they did is that they don't pay you per show, they pay you per week. So you try to purposely book shows break the week. So in other words, you don't get on the ship on Monday. You get on the ship on a Friday. So you get paid for twice if you leave the ship on Tuesday.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hacks that you need
Exactly.
for when you're performing comedy.
To old people who are coming to Asia for the first time and
Who've
saying,
gone on a boat to die.
exactly. yeah, man, dude.
Those are the boats where I feel sorry for the iceberg.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like, I'm sorry, we had to bump into you for
The
to save this
iceberg's
guy.
like, this is sad.
And like we didn't even think. I'm like, goddamn technology. Why Titanic? I'm so jealous. So coming back, the festival, first of all, 2015, Jason Leung was also one of the guys on Comedy Zone Asia. So was I, and that's the first year we learned about flyering. We had to stand on the streets.
He's been talking about that in his shows. Did you know that?
He has this whole bit about how he was flying, crushing his dream. They threw it away. I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember when that happened, we both had our own experience. He had that experience. So everybody, if you haven't seen it, go check him out online. He did it on the gala, I believe, right?
He performed on the gala here this year, and he'd been saving that joke since 2015, 8 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
To perform on the gala.
Unless every single year that flyer incident happens over and over again.
No, he told me. This is what he told me.
He's been waiting for that, right?
No, he said, I've been holding onto this bit for 8 years.
Till I get the gala
just
spot.
to get on the gala.
Yeah, man. Oh, totally, dude. I can totally see that happening. And that's the thing. We were flyering, all right? And that was the first time we were like, hold on a second. I'm so confused. Because back at home,
So
I
for
walk
people
in.
that don't know, flyering is you have a small flyer for your show,
Yes.
and you stand in the street and hand it to someone like a fucking Jehovah's Witness.
Like a prostitute going like, you want some of this? You
You're
want some of
just
this?
selling your crack.
Yeah, exactly. And begging for someone to just take the paper and just do whatever you want with it.
And it is a genuinely demoralizing experience.
Absolutely. And that was when you become humble and you come up with the best excuses
It's
not
very
to fly.
humbling.
Yeah,
It's very humbling.
Yeah, and I became so creative after that because every day I had a reason not to show up.
Oh, my wrist.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I just couldn't because I had a little thing, well, you were out flying on that corner
The
over
printer
there.
broke.
Exactly, some junk like that. So actually, that was also the first time I experienced the level of political correctness of Melbourne.
Oh, yes.
Right? So I'm flying.
People from Australia, you might not believe it, but they're very polite.
Yes, exactly.
They're painfully polite.
Yeah, exactly. And they want to make sure that you know that they're being polite to you. Right? So I'm flying on the street now. If you've ever seen me flyer, I'm not the type of guy with the flyer that's going like, I actually go, hey guys, come on over here. We have a comedy show, right?
Mahbubani.
Right? So I'm thinking, let me turn it up, charisma at maximum. Hey, come see 5 funny Asians. We'll make you laugh in the language you understand. Stuff like that, right? Someone walks up. He's like, you shouldn't say that. I'm like, what? He's like, you shouldn't say Asians. Say from Asia. And I was like, why?
A
He's like,
white person?
a white person. Clearly. Right?
What?
So I asked the guy, I was like, why would you say I shouldn't say Asians? We're Asians. He's like, yeah, because when you say Asians, you put a face in our head. We're thinking of a face. But if you say from Asia, just person just happens to be from Asia. Could be anybody. So we don't want to see the race.
Was he being helpful?
I think he thought he was. Clearly, I didn't think he was. And neither did the final outcome be him being helpful.
Man,
But that was the
is
logic. I was like,
so weird.
Right? And that was, I was like, wait, but I think I, of all people, am allowed to say that. Then he adds, he's like, and by the way, you shouldn't say Asian. And I was like, but I'm Indian, I'm Asian. He's like, yeah, but when we think of Asian, we don't think of you. And I was like, buddy, I don't know who's the racist here, but it clearly is not me.
You're like, I'm not saying you're a cunt. I'm just saying you're from cunt town.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. When I think of cunts, I don't think of you. You get my point? I'm like, I'm sorry for not being enough
I don't want
cunty.
to think of a cunt. I just want to think of your face
Exactly,
as a
yeah.
person
Exactly.
who's from cunt town.
Yeah, you're at best a slit. So
Man,
I remember that,
that's
man.
the thing about Australians is like it's reasonably multicultural
Yeah.
here, but if you hang out long enough, people say some weird shit.
Yeah, exactly, right? And you kind of
And
go like,
everyone's like, wait, What?
Yeah, right?
What did you just say?
Exactly, right? And it's like, well, no, we're just being inclusive. Like, no, you're not. That's
That
actually
is
worse.
quite exclusive,
Exactly.
actually.
Yeah, exclusively including someone.
Yeah.
They're like, you come here, not you. We want one of you, but not two of you like that. So that's the experience I had. That was the opening, all right? So now, check this out. We do the show. We do 4 weeks of it. By the 4th week, we're all losing our minds. We're like, dude, I am so tired of saying the same shit. We're tempted to go and switch it up a bit. But we're so young and naive and immature and just basically new to the scene. We're like, what if we get in trouble? We might get banned. Here we are thinking, these bunch of Asian comics coming here, performing, and we're going to get banned because we decided not to do the same set, right?
Oh, my God.
Right? But anyway, the whole thing finished. I got back to Hong Kong, and that's when I realized that I thought in Hong Kong I was playing the NBA. And I got back to Hong Kong, and I was like, dude, we are playing like literally just a park.
Yeah.
We're not even playing a park. We're playing in our backyard going, look at me, LeBron.
Bush League.
Dude, my God. And that just changed my whole perception of comedy. Yeah, and ever since then, I came back every single year. And I'll tell you this, 2015 was interesting because like that year, the festival invited me down here, right? And look, Mr. Big Mouth over here was like, hey, you know what? I'm multi-talented. I speak Cantonese too. The festival was like, hey, you want to try it? I'm like, let's do it. Yeah, whatever, right? They booked me a room of 50 seats. They're like, we'll try to fill that up.
Which is big for a festival show.
Absolutely. 50
Because
seats
you're
is-
doing so many shows.
Yeah, but one Canto show just to try it out, 50 seats. I said, no problem. I feel confident about that. We sold 300 tickets. And I got the supper
That
room.
the first time?
First time, yeah, dude.
Wow.
And-
supper room in Town Hall?
In Town
the
Hall.
Upstairs?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
sold that out?
I sold that out, yeah.
That's
290 seats,
That's
yeah.
an incredible room.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Matt O'Kine, a comedian over here.
I know Matt O'Kine.
He did that room over there. I watched the show and I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually going to be doing the same room as this guy.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Okay.
I mean, a lot of good comics have played that room.
Yeah. Now, check this out. The audience comes in. This audience has never, ever joined the festival. They lived in Melbourne for like 30 years. Never joined the festival.
Never spoke English.
Didn't need to. They were like, nah.
There's people like that.
Oh, there is. Dude, this year, I have learned a lot. Going out of the suburbs, I'm like, man, they're like, oh, we don't need to speak English. You know why? I don't want to do your business. I'm good with Cantonese. I'm like, I love it. Don't
I
change.
remember when I first started coming here from Shanghai with Chinese friends.
Yeah.
And they would introduce me to their friends lived here.
Yeah.
And I was like, speaking to them in Chinese, and at some point I was like, oh my God, they don't speak any English.
right?
And I was like, how long have you been living here? They're like, 10 years. I was like, what?
Dude.
How do you get around?
So there is the equivalent to the Hong Kong Soho Discovery Bay expat.
Yeah, they're there.
They're there.
It's a real thing.
It's
This
a
is
real thing.
A real progression for, the
Yeah.
Asian nation. Is
Exactly. We have become the Discovery Bay party. We're like, we did it. We made it, dude.
We're at swingers parties. We're
the
not
swinger
speaking
maybe
the
not so much,
local-
because the Chans and the Wongs don't get along, you know what I mean? They're like, not so much.
We're not putting our car keys in the same fishbowl.
Exactly.
But we aren't speaking English.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll share a WeChat. Okay, that's all
Yeah.
we'll do. So yeah, exactly. We have a lot of that, and honestly, it changed the perception of the whole thing. We did that show, and that opened my mind. And I was like, whoa, hold on a second. This is a possibility. Now, remember, back then, I didn't even know you back then. So I didn't know nothing about comedy. Everybody was scattered around
Still.
Asia. I don't know who you are, Andy.
No, I meant you don't know anything about comedy.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were like, you don't know me. I'm like, damn, Andy. I mean, I'm sorry. Jesus, I didn't expect to be like, oh, I know your
I
inner
thought what I
child.
said was way more insulting than that.
Oh, no. I'm okay with not knowing comedy, man.
Well, what's interesting is that simultaneously there were a lot of people doing other language comedy that were trying something out. Well, I did something with Darshan doing
Yeah.
Mandarin out here.
Yeah.
And there was some the Indian comedians came out and did a showcase, like from India, did some there was
Something
some
Riot or something, right? Like, I forget
yeah,
what-
there was a
what-
bunch
yeah,
of different
something-
things they tried,
Yeah.
and people doing other languages has really in stand-up has really been a phenomenon of the last
Yeah.
5-10 years.
I mean, you remember when you got Dashan here?
Yeah.
Getting him at the forum, number one. It wasn't the show that was mind-blowing. It was the line after the show for the photos. That
Oh.
the forum staff were like, the hell is
They've
going on?
never seen anything like
They've never
it.
seen it.
Yeah.
Because never do you get like the English-speaking
I
shows.
forgot
in-
about that.
Right? I remember that because you told me and you were like, dude. Because I remember the next day, the forum was like, all right, we got to have some precautions in case.
They'd freaked out, yeah.
They freaked out, I remember.
Well, because that venue is stunning.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
a beautiful theatre in the downtown in the city. And the thing about the Melbourne Comedy Festival is all the rooms are downtown in an area that you can walk around.
Yeah.
You walk from show to show. Everything's within walking distance. And there's multiple rooms going on inside that venue. So, like, when you finish your show, there's people going into another show.
Yeah, in the same venue, 3 rooms like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And so we were just causing a massive traffic jam.
So let's describe it a bit. The Forum has an upstairs floor, a downstairs big floor, and we're talking 400 seats
And
here.
like ornate, like it's like being at the Grand Central Station or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It's
like
people
an
running around.
no, but I mean like it's an ornate
Oh yeah,
building.
the design. Yeah. It's like the old school, classic, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
It's like
have
an
that.
architectural masterpiece.
Exactly, right? And having you suddenly come in and they're like, Andy, we recognize this kind of face. We know, Darshan, it's one of us. We're good. After the show, they're like, the hell's going on?
Yeah,
Who are
people
all-
were so curious.
Yeah, they're like-
because they'd see this gigantic Chinese audience.
Yeah.
And then just a
One
white
guy go in. And then even the staff must have been like, oh, well, we're going to understand the show.
People were taking photos of everyone taking photos of him because
Yeah.
they were like, they didn't know what they were looking at.
Right? I remember you told me that in the beginning, people were just so floored that they're watching Darshan because they're probably studying her or whatever.
I mean, he would walk down the street in Melbourne and people would lose their minds.
Yeah.
They would be like, oh my, what
Is
are
that-
you doing here?
Yeah, right? I know. And it's hard to explain because, like, can you imagine someone over here who's like, dude, I'm so famous in Australia, going like, the hell's going on? Who's this guy? And I think the phenomenon of the after show photos happened because of the Asian comedians. And Darshan just multiplied that with his 400 plus people.
Well, are you saying now that the Western audiences are doing it? Is that what you're
Taking
saying?
photos after shows?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I don't-
okay.
What I'm saying is that the phenomenon of the after show photos lining up to take the photo was more of an Asian thing.
Oh, totally. I mean, I remember the first time I ever saw it was so Danny Fernandez took
Yes,
me
yes,
to
yes.
India.
Yeah.
And we were playing some big rooms, sort of 500 cap rooms. And I would get to the end of the show and people would want a photo with me. And I
Yeah.
was embarrassed.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I think, I don't know if you're being
You're
quiet,
mixing me up with someone or
or you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to, like, Danny's over there if
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
get a
yeah.
photo with him.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, I want to get a photo with you. And I was just like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
I don't know what you're going to do with
what
this
did
photo.
which show did you watch? But
yeah.
okay, yeah.
And then I realized, I was like, oh, this is a whole thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing of a matter of, again, remember, in Asian culture, it's all about one-upping each other.
Yeah.
And being able to see, like, I didn't just go watch the show. I have proof. Anyone could say I watched Andy Curtin, but I watched it and he took a photo with me. Let's make that very clear.
Whereas I think Australians, they don't want to admit to the famous person that they think they're special.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not
okay.
going to ask you for a photo.
Yeah, I paid
Who
you
the
for a
fuck are
ticket. You
Yeah.
served- you get your service,
You're
it's good enough.
performing for me.
Yeah. It's very true, right? So this is what I found while I was telling somebody. I was like, this is such a Hong Kong / Australian mixture thing. In Hong Kong, the audience, they will come in with arms crossed because it's a zero-sum game in
The
Hong Kong.
Cantonese speaking audience?
Yeah. It's a zero. If I laugh, that means you succeeded. If you succeed, that means I failed. That's the game. Because in Hong Kong, that's the zero-sum mentality. In school, if you came first, that means I came second.
This is real. You like,
For sure, real.
That's
you have
interesting.
people coming with arms crossed going like, it's not that I'm not funny. I just choose not to tell the jokes.
yeah.
They'll come in with a show like that.
Like they think they could be funny if
They think they could. They're like, well, I talk too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But the good thing is that once you win them over, they're super loyal. They
Yeah.
will go out and be like, I'm going to tell every motherfucking person I know that I am personally recommending you go. Because secondly, you know like how when you have a family doctor that you like and someone's struggling and you recommend the doctor to them and they get healed and they come to you like, dude, you know your shit. You're like, that's right. I got good taste. That pride in Hong Kong is big. If I recommended something to you and you're like, dude, genuinely, that was awesome, I am a king.
So you've had a really successful year this year.
Yes, it's been pretty good so far. COVID has helped me a lot.
You've come out. You've come out of COVID.
Yeah.
A little angry.
Very angry, I
I
must say,
love
yeah.
angry Vivek. By the
Yeah.
way, it is
Yeah,
my
thank you.
favorite thing.
Oh, I love it. Good.
Because you express anger with just the most sheer focus.
Yeah. It's
you
very
know,
true.
Like I feel like people who don't know you wouldn't understand that you're angry.
yeah. He's a very cheerful.
They're like,
he's making
man, that
people
guy's
laugh.
motivated.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I am one of those people that I read a book called Competitive Fire, right? It's all about sports, athletes that are motivated through insult and injuries.
Oh,
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan is full on
Classic.
Classic. Reggie Miller, all these guys, they're like, dude.
I took it personally.
I took it personally, and now I'm fucking gonna destroy you. I took it so personally this year, Andy. You have no idea. I told my girlfriend, I'm like, Gloria, I love you.
Because they didn't give you a big enough room.
Yeah.
Listen to this motherfucker.
Look at this proud motherfucker. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I want more seats,
There's
right?
other people begging to get space, and he's like,
Look at this privileged.
how dare
Yeah.
how dare the thing you gave me not
Yeah.
be big enough?
Yeah. And here, let me clarify something. I am complaining that I have come down to a new place, not been given enough seats to go and just do 1 hour's work per night, and I'm bitching my life is not good enough, right?
I mean, what you've achieved is so big. I think I appreciate it more than anyone, really, because I've tried so hard to do things that were similar, and I've seen how fucking hard it is to get it to work.
Yeah.
And you really like it. The thing is that when you connect the dots the way that you have, it looks really easy. It looks like what you've done is actually really easy, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if some people see it that way.
I mean, on paper, it
they're
looks
like,
like,
"Hey, came down, put a Cantonese show on." People who like Cantonese went to see it. It's like, nah, man. They weren't used to going to a Cantonese show.
Absolutely.
You had to bridge this just gigantic wall. That was a mixed metaphor. You had to get over this gigantic wall of
people who, number one, don't come to the city, number
Yeah,
one. Number two, they're like, oh, this is guaylo material.
Oh, mate,
I have no interest.
If you're from Melbourne
Yeah.
and you don't have any reason to come into the CBD,
Yeah.
you don't come into the CBD.
Exactly,
I'm
yeah.
fucking coming to the CBD
Absolutely, man.
for nothing.
The number of people who I've contacted, like, hey, I have a show, come on down.
CBD
Like, oh,
being downtown,
yeah,
central business
yeah,
district.
not the illegal drug in Hong Kong right now. Yeah.
Not GHB.
Yeah. Yeah, so you actually, and that's what I found when I contacted people before I came down here. I was like, hey, I'm coming doing a show. Do you have anything? I'd love to for you guys to come join. I'm like, oh, city. No.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where do you live? They're like, oh, I'm Doncaster. I'm like, that's half an hour. No, I don't want to go to the city.
It's
just
a
crowded.
million miles away.
No, and it's just crowded. That's the vibe. They don't like the vibe.
Well, you can't park.
Yeah, that's the
You
complaint.
can't park downtown. You got to get in somehow.
Yeah.
And it's a big effort.
Yeah.
And if you live out in the suburbs, you drive to so and so's house.
Yeah, you're
and you're
comfortable.
there. You know,
Yeah.
like
Why am I going to come all the way down?
yeah, it's a big it's a big commitment.
Yeah.
And no one has a habit to do it.
Absolutely. And that was something I had to overcome.
For a Cantonese show.
Exactly, because again, they're coming to an. Look, I'll be very honest with you. A lot of people come back to me like, "Oh, this festival is not for us. It's not for us." It's,
Which I understand because like if you're a Cantonese speaker and it's like some self-indulgent like white.
Let's say Andy Kern's
alternative
performing.
comedy.
I'm not driving down here.
Well, I respect that.
Exactly. I get it, and it honestly, Andy, I have found that sense of humor being so different that even sometimes I'm lost as well. And that's another mind-blowing thing where I'm like, how is this crowd loving this? I'm not getting any of this stuff,
I find that a lot with comedy that some stuff is working and I'm like I don't get it.
I don't get it, but sure.
I don't get it.
If you're enjoying, by all means,
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But there's something beautiful in audiences that get introduced to stand-up because if you like it, once you realize you like stand-up, they go and discover more.
Yeah.
And
that's opened the doors.
Like I remember I was talking to some Indian comedians and Russell Peters really opened up India for comedy.
Yes.
But he sort of introduced people to other comics, and now Bill Burr is huge there.
Yeah.
And people were like, yeah, they still have that respect for Russell, but they realized that he was like a gateway to the world of stand-up.
The gateway drug, straight on.
And there were better products out there.
Yeah. And I fully agree with you on that. Like, I've had my audience who would never come down, or they would have been like, whatever, I don't care. They'll come down, and basically they saw the show. They're like, well, we're here. We might as well go check out one or other shows. And they will, and it's just a different, like you said, it's the first experience. They don't know what to expect. They do ask me, what do you recommend? And I'm like, all right, okay, what part of my show did you like the most? Did you like the storytelling? Did you like the little gestures, this and that? Then I would know, oh, you're more of a storyteller. So I'll introduce you to these two guys like that, But I think ultimately what I find is that comedy now, the Asian comedy world has grown so much thanks to people like Russell Peters opening doors and convincing us that we...
Ali Wong
as well.
Ronnie Chang.
Exactly, Ronnie Chang, Ali Wong, all these guys. And again, the point is that they've shown that, hey, hold on a second, our lives are not the typical, hey, I'm Indian and this is what I do. We're more than just that.
But I think that's a natural evolution of comedy.
Correct, yeah.
I think that comedy goes to the deepest concept it can reach.
Yeah.
And if that is the just basic surface level, because no one's been there before, that's where it goes.
Yeah.
And then when that's not interesting enough anymore, it goes deeper.
Yeah. And I think that the evolution of the audience as well. Like,
Totally.
my audience has grown that they're like, we know you're Indian, we know you speak Cantonese, give me more. Like, my show has only maybe 2% about, hey, so this guy thought I don't speak Cantonese. That's the most I do. Everything else is just storytelling of my life and everything,
But I think that's natural, because when you start, you go, all right, I'm going to talk about this thing that is a big part of my life and it's very interesting to everyone. but then you're like, I think I've said everything I can about it.
Yeah. What more now? So you've heard about me.
You've got other things to talk
Yeah.
about.
Now, I'm curious, though, Andy, from you, because you are based in Melbourne now.
I am.
And you are basically handling kind of a lot of shows in the festival as well.
Correct.
What is your take on how the festival's evolved from a audience coming point of view? In other words, like, does the audience now suddenly crave, as you said, the Asian comedy? And is there anything you're finding that really particularly craving certain things? I found a lot of people are craving that voice where they're like, oh, this guy's finally saying the things that I can understand, because the Asian voice is not so well heard in comedy.
Look, it's a tough question to answer because...
That's why I asked it.
Well, no, because it's like I can give you all of my theories, but who knows if I'm right or wrong.
That's the whole point.
You know,
Yeah.
like...
Have you heard this podcast, buddy? It's all theories that are possibly wrong.
This is all baseless claims.
Which episode?
That no one will ever spend the time
Exactly.
to prove or disprove.
Not one episode have we actually
Okay, fine.
Yeah, all right,
fine.
go,
Here's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Unequivocally, here's how this thing works. I think that society's evolving, and I think that comedy is a reflection of society, and so it will inherently evolve as the thing it's reflecting evolves. I think that this world where people get cancelled, what people don't realize is that's the other side of the coin, to the side where now we live in a world where we can customize what we want to this insane degree. Like, you can have your podcast that you love more than anything else in this world because it's some specific obscure topic on your phone and listen to any minute of it that's ever been recorded at any second at the click of a button.
Yeah.
The ability to consume customized content is so insanely accessible beyond anything that we grew up with.
Yeah.
Is that has put us in a situation now where people are so picky and selective in what they connect with. And there is two sides to the coin, is then they love to hate stuff.
So this is...
They can hate something for such specific reasons.
Yeah, because they have options.
Right,
before,
because they
whatever's
can be
on
like,
TV.
but this rubs me
The
in
wrong way.
exactly the wrong way.
So this is what I told someone the other day. I was like, okay, so before, TV had 4 channels. You either like 1, 2, or 3, or 4. That's
well,
it.
you don't watch the TV.
Otherwise, you want... Yeah, exactly. That's the options.
Now you're like, I want to see that episode of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, where he
like
does this...
throws the drugs and they explode.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it right now.
Yeah. Click, done, right?
That part of that episode.
Yeah. But this is the thing. It's evolved from I want to watch that particular part and only that part to I want to watch this. However, you gave me that and I'm upset, so I'm going to complain about you're giving me that and not this, and I'm going to cancel you.
And maybe this is a stretch, but I think of like, okay, when I think of as someone that's a good chef, good chefs have the ability to taste flavors. They're sensitive.
Yes.
Like a comic is a sensitive person.
Yes.
When you have that sensitivity, you can distinguish things, and you can like something to a greater degree because you're more sensitive to it.
Yeah.
And I think similarly, people are, because now we're not just like, here are 4 flavors, here's 4 channels.
Yeah.
Now you can be like, oh, I really like this thing.
I want U.S. sci-fi that's 11
And so that's what people are coming out for. People are coming out to acts that they follow on social media. They already know about them. They already have an understanding of them. And whereas before, seeing a comedian might be like your one-off relationship with them.
Yeah.
Whereas now, seeing a music act or whatever, seeing someone live is a crescendo in your ongoing relationship with them.
Yeah. Because like and also with social media,
you see what they have for breakfast the day that you go to see them live.
Absolutely right. And I think that's the one thing I'm learning now. Now I'll be very honest with you. I was never the whole social media like, hey, let me put some stories. This is what I'm doing and everything. Because I'm like, dude, nobody cares. Number one.
And then it sells tickets. You're like, hey, everybody, I'm bacon for breakfast.
Dude, let me come back to this. This is the thing I told my girlfriend Gloria. Right? I was like, okay, this time, this trip, it's going to be my experiment. I'm going to go into every uncomfortable situation where, like, I'm having this for breakfast. I'm going to post about this and see what happens.
Oh, man, I want to start checking your Instagram more carefully.
Dude, it has been so painful in the beginning. I'm like, having my first coffee, guys. Should I have more?
Oh, I burnt my tongue.
Exactly, right? And I would put polls, man. And be like, no one's going to give a shit. People are responding.
Oh, they do, bro.
Dude, drink some more. Oh, no, you talk too fast. Don't drink so much. Are you guys seriously telling me what? You're actually responding to my life? Really?
And I have to say that, like, you think about, like, the funniest thing that you've ever heard, and it's from someone that you know, like your best friend.
Yeah.
And that's that's how we connect with stuff. And seeing someone do comedy or seeing a band or whatever that you know, like you know what they're into, you know what they said yesterday, you know, you have that you enjoy the live show way more.
Absolutely.
You actually do enjoy it more.
Exactly, right? So I've actually had people who, I actually met someone in Melbourne who's listened to our podcast. And I was like, oh, hell, you know.
Was it me?
No, it wasn't. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I could recognize you. It wasn't you undercover, man.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, it's me.
I am
Guy
Andrew.
Incognito.
Yeah, I am Andrew Window Shades.
Oh my God. That was awful.
No, so that's very true because like I use Bill Burr as an example. Like I love his stuff and I listen to his podcast. And when I listen,
podcast explains to you who he is,
Yes.
and how he thinks to this fucking minute degree.
yeah, and you get to know him so well that when you see his specials, you're like, dude, I get it.
Yeah.
This is why he's saying this stuff now.
And he's authentic.
Yes, he's really telling you who he is.
Authenticity is the primary currency.
I think that's one thing I really admire and I picked up from him is like I said, my show this time is my last 4 years going through COVID, getting appendicitis, getting sinus infections, struggling with my girlfriend, trying to get creative with our dates, you know, all these kind of things. And they're like, damn, I got, and people actually told me after, like, dude, I liked the story. I felt like, and they all asked me, is this real? I'm like, buddy, everything is real except I exaggerate, obviously, like every comedian, you know.
But that's art, you know, and art is not there, you know, it's something happened and then you have to find a way to represent it.
Exactly, yeah. But then you keep the authenticity of like the core is real.
But authenticity is something that can't be faked.
Exactly. They can see right through. They're like, come on, don't bullshit me.
I mean, there's guys like, you know, I think of like John Mulaney, whose voice is like cartoony radio.
Yeah.
And it's like, on that layer, it's quite inauthentic.
Yeah.
But he's so authentic
Yeah.
that's just how he represents himself.
I think, but that's the thing. It's like when I speak, even right now, I'm not speaking the quality of my voice is not what I talk to my girlfriend. I'm like, good morning, Gloria. Let's have breakfast. I'm not talking like that. But when I'm actually talking like this on this, I have my speaker voice. When I'm doing my show, I'm like, hey everyone, this is comedy. But I'm at home, I'm like, oh, let's go have breakfast. You want to have breakfast? So there's everybody has to adjust.
Yeah, I mean, I tackle this issue by just
not telling jokes. That's
by being painfully unfunny and quitting comedy.
Yeah.
By just letting it flow through you. You know.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I don't.
You don't put on something.
Am I more animated? Yeah, but this is how I represent. This is what feels to me the most natural way to represent myself.
So this is the thing I tell people sometimes. I'm like, look, think of it this way. You have 5 lights in your room, 5 switches. When I'm at home working, I turn on 2 lights. When I'm on stage, I turn on 5 lights. It's the same bulb. It's just that now it's a bit brighter. That's all it is.
You have 5 switches for the same bulb?
5 switches for the same bulb, dude.
Bro, this person, someone needs to introduce him to a dimmer switch.
How many Viveks does it take to turn on a light bulb?
Who the fuck has 5
Apparently 5.
What fucking electrical
5 bulbs,
system?
dude, 5 bulbs, 5 switches, you know.
Right. On 5 bulbs, yeah.
You get my point?
No,
Yeah.
it's still stupid.
This is why I do my comedy in Cantonese, because they found that funny.
It makes sense in Cantonese.
Yeah, they're like, because in Hong Kong efficiency of the light bulb, I'm like, we get it. Anyway, yeah, so that's actually very, very insightful stuff. But one last thing I want to say before, so this is my segue of when I don't know what the hell's Andy's saying. I'm like, that's insightful, Andy. Thanks so much. This is me watching daytime television, talk shows, like, that's insightful. Anyway, who wants to watch this show, right? No, but I think the one thing I really want to hear more about this festival, I'm sure our listeners, because they've been hearing us about, I had Jason Leung on the podcast last week. I talked about my experience so far. The final thing is that you evolving or basically expanding from comedian to basically kung fu comedy, all that stuff, to now what you're doing with Live Nation and how you have become the Asian springboard in a way. Because you see, the difference is that you know the Asian acts. You're not just a guy who's like, oh, I'm in charge of Asia. You're the guy who's like, I know these guys. I know them directly. How do you see that as an advantage / and is there anything that you're trying to aim for to bring the Asian comedy world into the more established, I would say, Western comedy world?
Whew. I mean, that's very nice.
In 2 minutes or less.
Thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. I think that the reality is that anyone that's in a role like mine, whether they be a promoter or a manager or something,
Yeah.
they don't know everything in comedy, but they know some areas better than most people,
Yeah.
right? And whether it be, you know, the improv scene in Chicago, or you know some pocket of comedy well,
Yeah.
that you can be a bridge between that pocket
Would you
and the bigger industry that happens.
So would you say
So,
that?
so like you could have someone who just really knows a town,
Yeah.
and they go to that town and they pick the best guys and they help them find pathways to take what they're doing to another
so
level.
you're-
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, you're the
I
one-
don't think it's that it's not that I know anything about Asia.
No, what I'm saying, like, you know the
specifically.
comics
It's just that because
directly.
I have that connection,
Yeah.
and I know the pathways because I've been involved in, worked with people like yourself,
Yeah.
and I've seen what's worked. It's really connecting dots. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And saying, okay, I can see that this is really good, but it's missing this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help them find that because I know how to get that for them.
Exactly. Yes.
Whether it be like, Jason,
Yeah.
he's like, I want to play the UK. I'm like, all right, I
I'll-
know what you need to get that. I
Yeah.
can get you that.
Yeah.
And I know that you can sell tickets. I know you have fans there, and we know how to reach them for you.
Yeah. It's just
You
so
know?
you're the roadmap guy.
Yeah, I think, and I mean, it's not like I know everything, but I definitely have been fortunate enough to be in a position where there are some people who are very talented, and I've been fortunate enough to help them.
All right. Well, I mean, it's good to hear that because, so now we all know that while a lot of people look at their 5-year-old kids playing Connect the Dot and thinking you have no future, Andy does that for a living.
Not
He
if they're
connects
unfunny.
If they're unfunny, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's another game. You can't help that. Yeah.
Can't teach them how to be funny.
You can't teach them how to be funny.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing I would appreciate most after seeing you now and what you do, and also the way I'm changing my mindset of my comedy career as well, is that I've learned that there's only so much you can do with on your own, but at some point you got to get someone who knows the dots. Because I tell people,
this is how we look at it.
Yeah.
Is we say, we're going to charge you some money,
of course,
but
the
we're
dots
going to make you a
expensive,
lot more money than we charge,
Yeah.
than you're paying us.
the profit part
You're
of it.
going to make a lot more. We're going to take a piece of it.
Yeah.
Not saying it's a big piece,
But
but we're taking a piece of it.
Yeah.
But you're going to make a way more by paying us that piece.
Yeah, so in other words, you're basically telling me, look, I'm going to take a piece of your pie, but in return, we're going to make your pie
Your pie's
bigger.
going to be way bigger.
Exactly.
And I think in business, I mean, generally, that's like, it's like if you're running a company,
Yeah.
you're hiring people or a
Yeah, to
structure
grow the whole thing,
that
yeah.
makes more money than it costs.
Correct, yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
it's basic business 101 right there.
Yeah.
Except that with funny people this time. There you go.
But it is a business. Turner was one of the people in my
Turner
life
Sparks,
who
yeah.
very early on enunciated clearly that a comedian is, it's like you're Vivek Mahbubani Incorporated.
yeah, absolutely. You're
And
a brand,
you
you're a
gotta
product.
treat it like that, or
Yeah.
you'll fail.
I agree with that. I think so. Ultimately, everybody, this is the lesson we've learned from this episode. Number one is that if you're unfunny, you still have a career in comedy.
As long as you understand business.
Exactly, yeah. If you can draw a straight line from
Yeah.
point A to point B, you have a future.
If you have a calculator.
Exactly, yeah. And you can put the plus sign and less of the minus sign. No, but ultimately, I would say that if you are in any community or you know people in different communities who've never seen comedy before, we're coming to get you in whatever language you speak. And I highly recommend you start saving money now because trust me, my ticket price is going up next
Oh,
year.
yeah.
It definitely
This is the cheap year.
Exactly, the cheaper people.
Every year.
Exactly. Every year is the cheapest year you'll ever get. So yeah, check that out. And again, please rate and let me know if you thought Mohammed's interview with Andy was better or my interview with Andy was better.
That's Snorefest. I think I was asleep for half of it.
And that's why I'm doing this, because I know I can win. If I couldn't win, I would never announce this competition.
It just, I love seeing how well you've done out here, man. It's really exciting.
Thank you, man. No,
It's very cool.
I'm excited about it. I appreciate that. And I really like seeing people that I know doing their thing and helping everybody expand. And I'm looking forward to the next few years when we see each other in random festivals, comedy clubs, and be like, the fuck, you're here? Huh?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, it's going to
Yeah.
happen. And the best thing is when they finally have a time when they're like, oh, we need to have one white comic in this lineup. and now
they're
that I know somebody. I know somebody.
Oh, God, no. No, absolutely
It'll
not.
happen, man. We'll see. We'll make it happen.
I'll do blackface just so I don't have to do it.
Just to get banned. You're like,
Yeah,
I can't get on with
I'm
this.
not a white guy.
I'm like, they actually want a blackface. You're like, God damn it, you got me. Anyway, so thanks so much, Andy, for your time. We're going to go down to Festival Club and party some more. So have a good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Cheers, brother.